Hello everyone, this is Mario, and I'm going to be showing you another turn against our Mech game. In this game, we're going to be focusing on the backbone of Widow Mines, incorporating them more into our army, and playing around with a triple reactor kind of opening. We mixed in a tech lab in as well, but this is going to be kind of a first-person view. You know, it's not from my actual hands, but from the replay, and this way I can have more time to actually talk about what's going on in the game without having to try to focus into, my actions. This is one of the few games where I do wall off with a barracks at the front. I normally don't like to do so, but I decided, it's a kind of a big map, and I want to make sure that he can't cheese me without me being able to scout it. So that's to be kind of roaming around the map. We're going to be going for a pretty early command center, and we usually actually get only about one Marine in this specific build, and you'll see why this works. So we plant the command center close to the expansion where we want to take it. We don't want to put it on the long ground in case of cheese. We scout gas, spawning pool, could be speedling, could be roach, but our opening hasn't changed. Throw down double refineries, then the other supply depot. This is why we only get one Marine, so that we can still keep producing SCVs in a timely fashion. Make sure we get 3-3 on the refineries, try to check out the gas timing. How much gas do you have, and start planting a bunker down on the low ground. This isn't needed, and I normally keep it on the high ground, but I wanted to aggressively expand this game. Just taking another risk, seeing what I can get away with. It's not something I do so much anymore. These are recent games that are outplayed today as well. So, once your second factory is building, you want to spend your next gas on another factory and then create another reactor with your barracks. Your barracks is mostly used for... I actually get 2 Marines this game, but your barracks are mostly used for, add-ons. So we move our command center down to the bottom. We want to try to keep 16 to 18 SCVs in our main base mining at the most. That's because we pull off 2 normally to make supply depots. And 16 is the optimal amount that you can mine mineral patches. So another factory going down, another reactor. We're producing Hellion Widow Mine, and with here we're going to try to poke around the map, try to do some damage, just chase them away, get some map control. How many bases are you at? Are you cheesing me? I can see it coming up ahead of time. So we see a third, and we definitely try to do some damage, swap some add-ons. Start walling off a little bit with supply depots. And try to snipe some Zerglings, do some damage to the Queen. Not too much, we're going to go ahead and pull back a little bit now.
Add-on complete.
Let's actually lower this even more. And we're going to go ahead and place another command center up top. Once we get our 3 factories down, we do want to focus on getting another expansion. So our goal is to harass with the Hellions and, to get the Zerglings, and when it baits roaches, we use the Widow Mines to stop the roaches, unless he gets burrow, which means we have to retreat. And then the Widow Mines aren't that bad at defending against Spire Tech. The moment he engages, you want to kind of burrow down if it's necessary to try to lure him away, but with that few Zerglings it's not necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of poke out at him again, see what's going on. Maybe try to snipe the Queen and burrow the Widow Mines. I'm trying to get them closer up, but they were getting a little stuck. And I'm going to go ahead and burrow them. Looking away from my army, I do lose quite a bit of units, but that's more than fine at this stage of the game. I mean, it's not normally fine, but we've done a lot of damage in terms of worker count. We've killed 23 workers with our harass. After we've done quite a bit of damage, I'm thinking, I need my double upgrades. It's almost 11 minutes. Mulas could be out here soon. I need to get an engineering bay. Roaches could be here soon. I need to start producing siege tanks. So I'm producing a lot of Widow Mines and siege tank. This slows down any roach pushes because I go, there's a tank firing at me. I can't just rush in. I have to move in slow. He's got Widow Mines. I'm also moving my command center down to the bottom ground to make it a planetary to help defend, so I don't have to spread my tanks out too thin in defending it, which allows me to get extra gas geysers early on. Missile turrets, one in each mineral line, sometimes even two, depending on how much I feel threatened. Building armor for, from the engineering bay, and usually another missile turret in my factories. I don't believe I get them this game, and it actually ends up hurting me, so. 1-1 upgrades on the way. The Zerg doesn't have them on the way, so we're going to be ahead in terms of upgrades. More supply depots. Kind of just the macro stage of the game, seeing where he's going, defending while I get my next gas geysers up and get ready for my next onslaught. There goes the building armor. And another command center to fly off and take my fourth a little bit later. So moving out with the Hellions, I haven't seen anything yet. I don't know if he has Mutalisks. So I'm trying to poke around the map, trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? Are you playing gritty? But I see the Mutalisks now, and I send the Widow Mines back to my base. And I'm trying to get the drilling claws to make them burrow faster. Try to produce a Thor as well. Just plant them around, try to scare them away. Usually they don't want to engage Marines, so they're most likely not going through the bunker. And it is smart for him to take down an armory, so I need to either save it or plant one somewhere else, and that's what I end up doing, because I want the 1-1 upgrades. Using the Hellions to do a bit of damage, because I figure, maybe he's running up heavily behind us, he doesn't have anything back at home. It turns out that's not the case in this specific scenario. He was able to kill those. But it mine's in my production now, that he doesn't want to lose any Mutalisks, and I do plant up another missile turret, knowing he could be back with bigger numbers in a bit, maybe an Overseer. We have our Thor, though, so I feel pretty safe now. 2 more factories down, because we're in kind of this macro mode where we have, just a huge amount of production. My biggest goal is to get to about six factories when I have, 6 gas geysers. So for every gas geyser, I usually try to throw down a factory. Or a starport. That's kind of a good way to live by. Planting down the command center again. And I'm about ready to start off my attack. You can see I'm unsieged, I'm unburred, I'm just waiting for a few last things. Or it looks like I'm about to attack anyway. Just kind of making sure I have all the proper units. I saw a lot of mutas, so I want to get 2 more Thors. Thors are pretty good against Vipers as well, and Ultralisks, because they can fire at them rather efficiently over siege tanks. But I do want to end up getting more siege tanks in a little bit, just in case it gets roaches. So I send the Hellions out, take the watchtowers, so I can find out what's going on and where his positioning is. See the Mutalisks. I try to intercept them for my Widow Mines, but I don't have drilling claws yet, so he's able to snipe a few. I know that he has his 4th base, but I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have a 5th yet. So I'm not too far behind. I'm planting down my 4th, and I'm gonna end up flying the other one up above me, and that's gonna put me at 6 bases or 5 bases. Sorry. So while I'm planting down these expos, I want to attack him. This keeps him away from my base. Drilling claws is almost done. I have a pretty decent sized army. I don't want to give him too much time to drain up if I could prevent it. The biggest thing I wanted to wait for was to be able to stop the Mutalisks, and then once I can stop the Mutalisks, I had to focus on stopping the Roach Witch. So once I know I can stop a considerable amount of both, I can start pushing in. Scan, see Evo Chambers, so I know Vipers is on the way. I decide, you know what, they're down, your Vipers don't have energy, I'm gonna push up. Knowing that Vipers are coming out on the field, he's probably got Hive Tech, so I go ahead and get the starport. The starports. You want like 3 or 4 of them in the late stage of the game. 3 reactors, and then, 1 reactor and 3 tech labs. Upgrade's still going. kind of scan ahead. That's his army, you know. I feel pretty safe. I'm gonna go ahead and push up. And about this stage, we want to start being a little bit more careful, but he rushes straight in and boom goes the widow mines. You know, the moment he runs in, I just plant them down. And didn't turn out to be the best thing for him. So my usual response to Vipers is more widow mines. I really enjoy the Zerg player accidentally moving over them and wiping out all of his expensive Vipers with energy. And Vipers counter mech pretty good, so you always have to be careful with them. You know, there are very few units that can shoot at them that come out of the factory. And the Widow Mine is the only one that can't be affected by Blinding Cloud. So we want our other gas. You know, we have a lot of minerals. We want more gas. Keep our upgrades going. I'm not quite sure if I have +3, but if I don't, I definitely need it soon. We sell a lot of lings, and we have a lot of widow mines. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna need some hellbats, and these hellbats are gonna help me deter the lings, and then the widow mine's gonna help me deter the any type of roaches. They're kind of okay against ultras, but not really. And then the siege tanks are for the ultras. And you know, mix them all together. If there are no lings, the hellbats tank for me. The widow mines do a lot of splash damage. You know, kind of help out against the ultras. And I have 3 units that do a lot of splash damage, so that's always good. Blue flame hellions, sensor tower or radar tower, more starport +3 attack. And another starport. I have a lot of money, so I'm planting some command centers, deciding on later if they should be orbitals or planetaries, but I have enough bases mining to where I'm at the stage, you know, I'll just keep mining. I can, you know, it's not an issue. I'm gonna have a lot of money, so to be able to really affect from it, I want more. I mean, to be able to benefit from it more, I want to have more orbitals, some more mules, or more planetary so I can get more bases. When you drop the widow mines, you know, make sure that he doesn't have infestors. You want to kind of be careful in your push. You know, I'm kind of setting up a position. I'm going to start bottlenecking him here. You know, try to starve him out. Try to do a little bit of a push. But you want to burrow your widow mines when he moves in, and then you want to move your army back, kind of like a bait. And right now, he doesn't have too much of an army left. Not much at all, actually. He's got 6 ultras on the way. And I was creating more siege tanks, more widow mines. You know, what I would have done is kept pushing up in this direction, eventually taking this out, and then, you know, get up here and then take this out, and then get in here and then shell the ramp from the side. Kind of leave the space alone for a bit because it's not quite necessary. I can take out 2 bases on my way to death pushes me. So, thanks for watching. Hope you follow, subscribe, you know, and enjoy the cast.